What is going on, my dudes and dudettes? Sean here with Asna Serpentarium, and today we're going to have a little chat about predicting how many eggs your snake will actually have. So if you're new around here, guys, make sure you subscribe and smash the notifications icon. I produce daily videos. I'm doing really well so far, growing really well, getting lots of positivity, so this is the place to be. Right, let's get straight into it then. How to predict how many eggs your snake will have. First off, you need to realize that this is only an estimation. I've had really good results with it though. I've only been ever 1 or 2 eggs off. And it's more to do with as well how many eggs you're off. It's more to do with the build and so on, and after your first clutch with that particular female, you can actually predict how many eggs, then how much you've got to adjust for based off whether that snake has bigger eggs or smaller eggs, and then you can really make an accurate sort of estimation of how many eggs your snake will actually have. So I've personally used this. I used this to predict exactly how many eggs my Lhasa was going to have. I've also used it to predict how many eggs multiple times, how many eggs my African house snake girl was going to have. It works better for some species over others. And what you need to do then, if you're breeding a different species, is just breed it once and then just adjust this basic formula. So it fits in better with with whatever species and whatever particular snake you've actually got. So with ball pythons then, obviously with breeding ball pythons or any python or any snake, each snake is different. And there's research that shows how many actual eggs a snake has is completely dependent on 2 things, or 3 things actually: the age and the weight and the length. So with that in mind, guys, it's important to know that it is just an estimation, but it is a good estimation. So let's get straight into it. All you've got to do is very simple. All you've got to do is actually take the weight of your snake and then times that by 0.3, okay, which is roughly a third. It's just a little bit less than a third, and then you'll come out with a number. And then what you do is divide that number by 100, and that'll give you a number. Normally, if it's a ball python, it'll be between 1 and 10. And that's how many eggs approximately your snake will have. So I'll just get my phone out here now just to show you. So for example then, my Lhasa was 2,000 grams when she became gravid. I times that by 0.3, I get 600. Okay, I divide that by 100 and I get 6. Pretty straightforward. If I've got a female that's 1,500 grams, I divide that, times that by 0.3, you get 450. So you divide that by 100, you get 4.5. So with that 4.5 number, if your snake is a shorter and chunkier built snake rather than a long snake, she'll probably have 4 eggs, but they'll be bigger eggs than normal eggs, okay? And if she's a longer built snake, then she'll have 5 eggs, but they'll all be slightly smaller. That's what you do it with the in-between numbers, especially if it's like between, sort of 0.3 and 0.7, if it's sort of that range. If it's like 4.2 or 5.2, then I would just round it down and use that estimation. Obviously it depends on your snake, how long it is and what's its build like, how much fat has it got compared to how much lean built sort of structure, and that'll make a massive difference really on how many actual eggs you actually have. But obviously the bigger the female, the more eggs. But the bigger the female and the less eggs compared to other females, those babies will actually be bigger and the snake then will actually be heavier compared to the other snakes once she's actually had the eggs, if that makes sense. So there are, you know, sort of variables. It's not, you know, as straightforward as guesswork as just knowing even, okay? But I find that to be really, really accurate based off people I've actually spoke to. I've gone, oh yeah, how big is your female? And they've gone, oh, you know, it's 2,300 grams. So I'll just go on my phone now. 2,300 grams times 0.3, 6.9. Okay, so it's more likely that you'll get 7 eggs at that stage. It's very unlikely that you'll get 6 eggs, but if you do get 6 eggs, they'll be quite chunky babies. So yeah, that's sort of the tactics I use. As I say, it works for any snake. So you could take this girl here, because it's a python, that will actually be quite accurate for her. But the trick is then you need to adjust that, because spotteds actually lay more eggs than what royals do. So say for instance she is, let's say she's 300 grams, right? I don't know how heavy she is at the moment, but say she's 300 grams. Okay, so 300 times 0.3. Okay, so that's 90. So rather than dividing by 100, I'd actually divide by 10. So 9 eggs. Pretty straightforward, really. Okay, you just sort of you know, thinking common sense wise, what based off this size, how many eggs is my snake gonna have? And I actually think for a 300 gram female spotted, I think 9 eggs is actually quite a reasonable number. Bigger females can have up to 28 eggs. So let's just work out off that equation then, how big would you need to get your snake to have 28 eggs if it was a spotted python? So we're going to go 28 times 10, okay, and then divide that by 0.3, 933 grams. So if you had a 900 odd gram carpet python, you could have up to 20, not carpet python, spotted python, you could have up to 28 eggs. We can do exactly the same for royals. I don't know why I keep putting my phone down, but I do. Say you wanted your female to have 8 eggs, right? So you go 8 times 100, okay, and then divide that by 0.3. So to have 8 eggs, you need your female to be at or more 2,666 grams. Preferably more than that if you can get out of there, because that'll really guarantee 8 eggs then. If you do it for 10 eggs, doesn't matter, it's exactly the same principle. So you're taking 10 times 100, that's 1,000, divided by 0.3, 3,300 grams to have 10 eggs out of a female royal python. Yeah, so that's pretty much all you need to know, guys, about that. Once you have your first clutch, let me know how accurate that actually was, and then just for next year then just adjust this slightly to what your snake has. Measure the clutch size and stuff like that, measure the snake's after weight, and obviously a before weight, and then you can really get accurate sort of numbers then to predict in the future what sort of clutch size she's going to have. So what you would do then is you take, say, a before weight time and divide the clutch size by that, and that'll give the percentage number, and then however heavy she is in the future, just times that by the number that you had earlier, the percentage sort of weight, the decimal number that you had. So it's really straightforward math, guys. If you need any help with it, or you want a second opinion on it, just comment down below. As always, I'll help you out. I got no issues with helping any of you out at all. You've been really supportive of me so far, and I'm glad to see that people are enjoying my content. We're slowly growing now, guys. I'm really happy with the channel growth. Just make sure that you keep your engagements up, keep liking my videos, keep watching, keep dropping the keep dropping the comments down below, and that'll help the YouTube algorithm out. It'll promote my videos to a wider range of audience. and this channel will keep growing and growing, and my information will then get off to more and more people. As always guys, if you've got any video requests, drop that below as well. Open discussions down below. I'll always be in the comment section. So thanks for watching guys. Make sure you tune in for the next one, and I'll see you there. Bye.